"Please, God, don't let my mind deteriorate like this," thought Lorelei Mohoff as she watched one of her elderly patients staring at the wall with a vacant, checked-out expression on her face. As a private duty caregiver, Lorelei had spent years looking after aging clients suffering from cognitive decline. She'd seen the devastating effects with her own eyes, looking on helplessly as their precious memories began to fade like a chalked drawing in the rain, no longer able to recall their children's names or even recognize their faces. She watched as they lost the ability to perform basic tasks like dressing themselves or going to the toilet because they no longer understood how. And it was heartbreaking to see the confusion and fear in their eyes as they struggled to navigate a world they no longer understood. But as a mother of 3 children, the worst part for Lorelei was seeing wives, husbands, children, and grandchildren gradually drift away, and oftentimes stop visiting altogether, because the person they once loved had all but disappeared, with nothing but a physical shell remaining. At 61 years of age and with a younger brother already suffering from cognitive decline, Lorelei was terrified she was headed down the same road. You see, with years of experience in home health care, Lorelei recognized the signs in herself, and they were only pointing one way. She had been noticing her memory failing her more and more often in recent years. She would frequently walk into a room only to forget why she'd gone in there in the first place. She was finding it harder and harder to remember each of her patients' individual routines, which doctor they were supposed to be visiting for their next appointment, and the required times and doses of their daily medications, meaning she was forced to write everything down throughout the day, or risk something as potentially catastrophic as a medication mix-up. Lorelei was frightened that if her brain fog, memory slips, and confusion got any worse, she might not be able to continue working at all. That was back in 2020. But today, Lorelei is no longer worried about her cognitive health or her job. And her future, which once seemed so scary, is now full of hope and excitement. And it's all thanks to a new Harvard-backed nutrient that allows you to rebuild what researchers call your mental power lines. It enables energy to travel more freely through your brain, helping you to maintain focus and concentration for hours, zap brain fog, and charge up your memory like you're plugging in a cell phone. By rebuilding her own mental power lines, this nutrient has performed wonders for Lorelei. She says she no longer walks into rooms and forgets why she went in there, because she can now maintain her focus and concentration even on long, tiring night shifts. Instead of being cloudy and foggy-headed, her mind is as clear as a summer morning, and she no longer needs to write anything down at all, because her memories are now locked in tight like a steel trap, meaning no more worries about mixing up her patients' meds, forgetting their routines, or missing hospital appointments. Lorelei says this nutrient has been a miracle for me, and the change has been so dramatic her friends now say, "I want some of what you've got." This miracle nutrient has given Lorelei her confidence back, put an end to her worries about the future, and given her the peace of mind she needed to enjoy her golden years without the fear of mental decline or becoming a burden to her loved ones. But what may surprise you is how I came to hear about this Harvard-backed mental nutrient that has worked miracles for Lorelei. It's been dubbed Wall Street's hidden secret, but this secret has now leaked to the general public, allowing regular Americans like Lorelei to reap the benefits too. You see, Wall Street hates to lose money. After all, as their investment managers and traders get older, they still need to remember and evaluate hundreds of factors in order to make lightning-quick decisions. A single memory slip, lapse in concentration, or a few seconds of brain fog and millions of dollars disappear. Money that hard-working Americans had tucked away for their retirement, just gone. So for the men and women over 55 who work on Wall Street, there's zero room for mental error. That's why Wall Street fat cats have been investing their own money in this special nutrient that rebuilds their traders' mental power lines, so that energy in their brains can more easily get from point A to point B, allowing them to speed up their problem-solving and decision-making abilities, boost and maintain a razor-sharp mind, stay focused, clear-headed, and mentally alert long into the night, and of course, make better investments and bigger profits for their bosses. Wall Street industry news publications can't stop talking about this special nutrient that rebuilds mental power lines. Some even say it's responsible for the record stock market highs we've seen recently, and the record-setting stock market rebound we saw last summer. And it's now making its way into the mainstream news. Recently, Dr. Oz said that this nutrient can provide, quote, dramatic improvements in the ability to process information and memorize it. Dr. Travis Lane Stork on the program The Doctor said that it increases a memory chemical in your body which leads to improved speed and performance on memory tests. But as Lorelei discovered, you no longer need to be an elite Wall Street trader to enjoy the benefits of this miracle mental nutrient. If you know where to look, you can find it in the grocery store or even in your own fridge, which is good news. Because whether you're part of Wall Street or Main Street, a strong memory and a sharp mind are essential to living a life full of happiness and success. You don't want to suffer the embarrassment of forgetting names and faces, have to be told the same thing over and over again, or get tongue-tied trying to remember a word. Because before long, you'll start to lose the respect of your loved ones and be viewed as someone they have to take care of rather than someone who takes care of them. But let me put your mind at rest, because if lately you've noticed too many mental hiccups, foggy thinking, and memory lapses, and you're worried that the part of you that makes you, you might be starting to slip away, there is hope. Because in this short video, I'm going to let you in on this Wall Street secret for rebuilding your own mental power lines, which a lucky group of regular Americans like Lorelei are now using to dramatic effect. And I'll be sharing their stories with you in just a moment. So stick with me for the next few minutes, because you're also going to discover the purple vegetable that's eating away your memories because it tears down your mental power lines. The red spice that slows down your brain's energy. I'll warn you, it's probably in your cabinet right now, right next to the cayenne pepper. One part of a chicken you can eat to rapidly repair your mental power lines. Here's a hint, it's not the typical meat, but you can get it at some hole-in-the-wall chicken joints. And the new at-home method that can sharpen your memory, zap brain fog, boost focus and concentration, and supercharge your thinking speed. Backed by pioneering research from not only Harvard, but MIT, Johns Hopkins, Vanderbilt University, Boston University, and the Mayo Clinic. My name is Dr. Ryan Shelton, and I've spent my career helping men and women achieve whole body health. Today, I'm the Medical Research Director here at Zenith Labs, where we investigate and share innovative health solutions that are found in nature and backed by real research. These breakthroughs in health and nutrition have changed how men and women approach health goals, like maintaining a strong memory and staying mentally sharp. So you won't be surprised to hear that our ears perked up when we heard the news about how this secret Wall Street nutrient can rebuild your mental power lines. And the best part is, we've discovered a simple way for you to get your hands on this nutrient today, without paying the big bucks like those Wall Street fat cats do. And since this discovery, we've seen it help people all over the country, like Candace Simon, age 64 from Vermont, who wrote me to say, "My short and long-term memory wasn't functioning well, but after using this mental nutrient, my ability to remember has much improved. My brain is like it was when I was in my 20s and 30s, and I feel like I can still be an asset to my family and my job." And Marilyn Pittman, age 74 from Texas, who said, "I love to play a lot of word games, but I suppose I was giving up and just accepting that memory decline is what happens in life. Since I found this mental nutrient, I'm much sharper, and I even surprised myself with harder word games. I have good recall and a healthy memory. I'm very appreciative of Dr. Ryan." And Lynn Sakamano, age 60 from New Jersey, who shared this, "I had memory problems that made me unhappy. I tried other solutions, but they did nothing. Since trying this mental nutrient, I can function at work better." Or Brian Silva, age 40, who said, "I was experiencing significant brain fog, which has diminished quickly since trying this mental nutrient. At first, I wasn't expecting much, but now my mind is clearer, thoughts are quicker, and I'm more productive at work. I'm really enjoying this." These are just a few of the over 14,000 regular men and women who have now tried Wall Street's secret mental nutrient for themselves. Once I show you exactly how they're doing it, you'll be able to do the same for yourself or for your loved ones. A sharp memory and quick mind are just around the corner, which is making waves since so many people are sick and tired of not getting taken seriously by the medical establishment. You won't learn how to repair your mental power lines from them. Now, I don't mean to speak ill of my colleagues, but the truth is the common solutions are, well, common. When these doctors see 30 patients a day, they mostly prescribe common solutions because they just don't have time to do anything else. But the discovery of your mental power lines and their connection to your memory, energy, and thinking power, this is something new. Because I've talked to too many men and women who are tired of the old way of addressing brain health. They're tired of struggling to remember details like a childhood Christmas and coming up fuzzy. They're worried whether a memory slip-up or a bit of brain fog today could be a sign of something devastating around the corner. They're scared that an especially bad memory slip-up could leave them embarrassed, or even put a loved one in danger. And they're frustrated with how Big Pharma tries to shove their price-gouging solutions down your throat. When you get worried looks from your family, it can be scary. They used to see you as a source of advice. You changed their diapers, taught them to ride a bike, and guided them into adulthood. But now, with any little mental hiccup they think they spot, they see you differently, like you're getting old and feeble, even like they can't rely on you. But there is hope. New research from MIT is changing everything we know about supporting healthy memory after 40. It's now as simple as rebuilding the mental power lines to your brain's memory centers. There's 2 steps to memory. 1. Record a new memory. 2. Recall an existing memory. Most memory solutions focus on what memories are, but not how they're recorded or recalled. Let me explain. Previous MIT research revealed, whether it's a life-defining moment like meeting your soulmate for the first time, or a quick little detail like remembering to call your family back, a new memory is a physical thing inside your brain. It's a cluster of cells and proteins. If you had a microscope wired into your skull, you could look at these memory cell clusters. So when you record a memory, you literally form a new microscopic structure. You've heard the phrase making memories. Well, your brain really does physically make memories. And when you recall a memory, you activate an existing microscopic structure. For example, when you saw that smile on your son or daughter's face when they first learned to ride a bike, that formed a tiny memory structure. And when you remembered it just now, you activated that memory structure. Or when you schedule a doctor's appointment, that forms a tiny memory structure. And when you remember to actually go, it's because you activated that memory structure. So that's what a memory is. A carefully arranged microscopic structure of cells and proteins. Now here's the bad news. Anyone who's ever tried to strengthen their memory in the past, those solutions are based on what memories are made of. And usually those solutions don't work, because they're not based on how memories are recorded and recalled. You've probably heard that you should exercise and play brain games like crossword puzzles, and that you should eat lots of fish or avocado. Maybe you've heard about other solutions like losing weight or socializing more. But like I already mentioned, the way these solutions work inside your brain is to focus only on what memories are. They focus on the raw materials of a memory, these cells and protein clusters. Past researchers looked at memory decline and said, let's toss in more raw materials. Let's boost your brain's production of these cells and proteins. And let's add in synthetic versions. But these solutions didn't address how memories are recorded and recalled. They didn't address the energy that it takes. And that's why these solutions failed. That's why so many people are left worrying that brain fog and memory slip-ups will haunt them forever. This is where the new MIT and Boston University research changes everything. Because we now know memory decline is not happening because you're missing the right pieces. So tossing in more of the right pieces is not going to help enough. You have to look at how memories are recorded and recalled. Imagine it like this. You're driving down the road and your car dies. You call AAA and they show up with their white van. The man pops your hood. I see what your problem is, he says. Your engine isn't working. Then he goes to his van and comes back with a box of car parts. He tosses a rubber belt into your engine, then a handful of spark plugs go clanging around, and then he heaves in a new radiator with a clatter. Stop, you say. What are you doing? He shrugs. The parts aren't working right, so I'm throwing in more parts. That's how ridiculous it is to try to fix your brain's memory centers by throwing in more raw materials. In other words, by increasing the amount of cells and proteins that form memories. So imagine it like this instead. You're driving down the road and your car dies. You call AAA and they show up in their white van. The man takes a look. Your fuel pump has an old hose, he says. Your engine's not getting enough power. He rolls up his sleeves and a short while later, you're back on the road. That's exactly what's wrong with your memory. It's not that you're lacking raw materials. According to this new research, the real problem is the memory centers of your brain aren't getting enough energy. And neither are the areas of your brain responsible for focus, learning, or clear thinking. Let's talk for a moment about your whole body's energy. Obviously, it comes from food and drink. A calorie is literally a measurement of energy, and calories fuel everything from your heart to your lungs to your muscles. But it's easy to forget that the brain needs energy just as much. In fact, according to the Mayo Clinic, your brain is responsible for 20% of your body's energy usage. Did you know chess masters burn up to 6,000 calories per day while sitting still? Because their brains are working so hard. It makes sense. After all, the more worn out you feel, the slower you think, right? If you've had a long day, or worse, a long night, it's tougher to remember things. Because your brain runs on energy. Here's the groundbreaking research from MIT that's giving people hope again. When you record a new memory, a tiny pulse of energy arranges those cells and proteins into a brand new memory structure. And when you recall a memory, a tiny pulse of energy activates that memory structure. That energy essentially brings that memory to the front of your mind. So, supporting your memory is not about tossing more of these cells and proteins into your brain's memory center. It's as simple as making sure your brain has the energy to record and recall memories. Now, I'm not about to pitch so-called brain fuel or brain food. Your brain uses the same type of energy as the rest of your body. As long as you're eating enough, you're getting enough energy. But if you're worried about brain fog and memory decline, then that energy isn't making it to where it needs to be. Here's what should happen. Energy reaches your brain's memory centers through something I call mental power lines. According to this new research from MIT, your body sends energy to your brain, and then these mental power lines deliver that energy to the cells and proteins where memories are recorded and recalled. Mental power lines deliver that energy to build a new memory structure, and they deliver the energy to activate an existing memory structure. Imagine the journey a calorie takes from food to your stomach, through your bloodstream to your brain, then along the mental power lines to activate a happy memory. The breakfast you ate this morning provided the energy just a moment ago to activate that memory of your son or daughter riding a bike. These mental power lines are made of a molecule called acetylcholine. This is a naturally occurring neurotransmitter in your brain. The Brain and Memory Center at Boston University reports that high levels of acetylcholine, quote, enhance the magnitude of afferent input to cortex. That's a complicated way of saying acetylcholine moves energy across your brain. It's like power lines running to the parts of your brain responsible for focus, learning, clear thinking, and memory. Strong, powered-up memory centers form clear, solid memory structures. They can activate crystal-clear memories of your youth or of where you left your car keys, while weak, powered-down memory centers record memory structures that are fuzzy and loose. And when you try to activate an existing memory structure without enough energy, you recall memories in confusing bits and pieces, or you can't remember them at all. Thanks to these recent discoveries, we now know that the real reason for brain fog and memory decline is weakened mental power lines, or in other words, low levels of acetylcholine. That's why research from the National Institute of Health confirmed that fortifying your levels of acetylcholine improved memory in men and women over 40. This discovery has revolutionized the science of mental decline and memory. It's like when the idea of washing your hands revolutionized the science of surgery, or when the invention of the internet revolutionized the way we share and discover new information. That's how groundbreaking this idea of mental power lines is. It's not about what a memory is. It's not about the raw materials of a memory. It's all about making sure that energy can travel properly through your brain. This acetylcholine delivers the energy that your memory centers need to record and recall memories. But if you're worried about your memory slipping, chances are your mental power lines have gone down. Your acetylcholine levels have dropped. It's nothing you're doing wrong. According to scientists at Vanderbilt University, acetylcholine levels drop with age. By the time you reach 65, the average person has dropped 50%. Toxins in the environment can make it worse, but how much you drop mostly comes down to the genetic lottery. Folks who have an ironclad memory long into their 80s or 90s, their acetylcholine levels naturally stay high. Their mental power lines keep transferring the energy their brain needs. They record and activate memories like they're still teenagers, and they keep their wits and avoid brain fog. But others who start to worry about their memory and brain much younger, their acetylcholine levels have dropped earlier. So that was it. The underlying reason why so many people worry about memory troubles as they get older, not to mention the reason for general mental slowdown, brain fog, and fatigue, and the reason why the existing supposed solutions to memory and brain problems never seem to work. Your mental power lines are down because your acetylcholine levels have dropped. Enough energy isn't getting from point A to point B. But for me and my colleagues here at Zenith Labs, we saw this problem as an opportunity. We've devoted our careers to investigating innovative solutions in nature. So when we found the research about your mental power line's connection to memory and mental slowdown, we determined to find a solution. Immediately, we ran into a big roadblock. In most cases, if your body is low on a vitamin or nutrient, you simply add that vitamin or nutrient to your body. If you're low on vitamin C, you take more vitamin C. If you're low on iron, you take more iron. But here's the big roadblock we hit. Acetylcholine is made inside your brain and nowhere else. It's not in any foods or herbs or vitamin capsules. There aren't even any synthetic, man-made versions of acetylcholine. It's so unique to our brains that you just can't find it anywhere else. Even still, we continued our research. If you can't just eat an acetylcholine salad or drink an acetylcholine smoothie, there still had to be another way to rescue your falling levels. After months of research, the answer came in the way that your brain makes acetylcholine. Your brain builds acetylcholine molecules from two simple elements, oxygen and something called acetylcholine. Similar to the name acetylcholine because of their close relationship. Acetylcholine is a molecule similar in structure to vitamin B. It's made in your liver, then sent to your brain where it combines with oxygen to form acetylcholine. It's half the building blocks of your mental power lines. Now, as long as you're breathing, you're getting enough oxygen to make acetylcholine. But what researchers discovered was low levels of acetylcholine are caused by low levels of acetylcholine, which solves the whole problem because you likely have acetylcholine in your kitchen right now. And when you get enough of this nutrient back in your system, your brain can create enough acetylcholine. It repairs your mental power lines, so energy can once again get from point A to point B inside your brain, and you can once again be confident in your memory and mental sharpness. If you've heard of acetylcholine before, you should know, new reports show that it's only a special form of acetylcholine that the research shows repairs your mental power lines. More on that in a moment. Acetylcholine occurs naturally in high-protein foods like meat, beans, or eggs. Doctors at Harvard University confirmed how acetylcholine helps your brain make more acetylcholine so your mental power lines can once again send energy throughout your brain. In their own words, these Harvard doctors said, acetylcholine supplementation can help to mitigate cognitive declines associated with aging by increasing energy reserves and utilization. In layman's terms, adding acetylcholine to your diet boosts energy to sharpen your mind. And this energizing effect of acetylcholine was retested and proven by scientists at the top medical schools in Spain, Italy, and China. The impact to people's lives is stunning. In one research study, Italian doctors worked with 250 men and women aged 65 and older with memory concerns. At the start of the study, they took a 16-question memory test. Then the doctors gave half the patients acetylcholine, and everyone took the test again. The results speak for themselves. If you took acetylcholine, you got an average of 2 extra questions right on the memory test. So for folks whose memory had seriously declined, acetylcholine gave them a comfortable boost to feel more confident again. And for other folks whose memory had only started to slip a little in recent years, citicoline brought them back to the sharp mind of their youth. These results were outdone in another study from the Biomedical Research Center in Barcelona. They gave citicoline to men and women with memory problems. These patients took a memory test on day 1 and again several weeks later. Like in the Italian study, patients were able to answer several more memory questions after taking citicoline. Even patients with serious memory problems found themselves able to ace the memory test. What's even more interesting is that in this research they also tested brain activity. Patients who took citicoline showed more active brain waves because energy was surging through their metal power lines again. Similar memory test studies were performed at other universities in Spain, Rome, and, like we already mentioned, MIT. And the results all showed the same thing. When people take citicoline, they perform better on memory tests. But it's not just about the tests themselves. It's about your day-to-day life. Feeling more confident that you can manage your work, home, and other responsibilities. Feeling more connected with your loved ones. Getting free of the worry that your small memory slips now could be a sign of something worse to come. So it's exciting to see how further research shows that the effects of citicoline go well beyond simple memory tests. These doctors in Barcelona performed another study when they gave 163 men and women over age 60 citicoline every day. Patients reported that with their improved memory and mental energy, they were able to get around more, take care of themselves without worry, live their life normally, and feel happier and less stressed. Wouldn't that be a huge weight off your shoulders? Restoring your keen memory to be able to happily enjoy life again? And remember, citicoline helps more than memory, because when you repair your metal power lines, your whole brain benefits. University of Utah scientists found that citicoline improves fine motor skills. With more mental energy, your brain can better communicate with your hands and fingers. It becomes easier to write, type, quilt, or use the TV remote. University of Missouri doctors showed that men and women over 60 could learn new skills faster with citicoline. Some learned new languages. Others learned computer skills with their grandchildren, while others performed better at work. Researchers from Japan found that women over 50 had increased mental focus with citicoline. They could follow complicated stories on the news and remember little details from conversations. Psychiatrists in Iran found that the increased mental energy from citicoline helped men and women with depression and other mood ailments. Taking citicoline helped people wake up happier each morning and go to bed content and satisfied each night. These studies were thrilling to find. Regular men and women who used to forget names and faces and struggle to remember the details of a story and feel lost in brain fog were now remembering crystal clear details and thinking as quick and sharp as 20 years ago. This research is undeniable proof that citicoline can repair your mental power lines and help you have a clearer memory for the big and little things, and have the mental energy to focus, learn, and feel happy. So let's talk about where to get citicoline. First, I should warn you about 2 foods that actually harm your mental power lines. These are eggplants and the spice paprika. According to research from China Medical University Hospital, both eggplants and paprika have anticholinergic properties. That means they reduce the acetylcholine in your body. So I recommend only eating those foods in small amounts, if at all. Now here's how to add citicoline to your diet. Like I mentioned, it occurs naturally in high-protein foods like meat, beans, and eggs. But unfortunately, there's not nearly enough citicoline in most foods to help your mental power lines. There is quite a bit of citicoline in organ meats like liver. But if you eat chicken liver or beef liver every night, that will overdose you on vitamin A. Not to mention, most people don't like the flavor of liver unless it's breaded and deep-fried. And I don't have to tell you that eating deep-fried food every day has its own health risks. So unfortunately, I can't recommend just adding more high-protein foods to your diet. The good news is Zenith Labs is in a unique position to help. We've built a reputation for finding innovative health solutions in nature that are backed by solid research. And with that reputation, we've built industry relationships that allow us to find and source premium nutrients that aren't available in most stores. And now, we've created a simple way to get enough citicoline to support a healthy memory and a quick, sharp mind. because it repairs your mental power lines. It's called Brain C-13. It's based around a special form of acetylcholine, and it also solves the biggest problem with acetylcholine, the reason most people don't see results from it. I'll share more about that with you in a second. Because Brain C-13 uses research-backed nutrients to help rebuild your mental power lines, men and women are already more clearly remembering and sharing the stories of their youth, easily remembering names, faces, appointments, and even where they left their keys, zapping brain fog so that they feel energized and focused throughout the day, thinking and learning clearly so they can continue to boost their careers and explore what this world has to offer, staying quick-witted and happy so they can spread happiness to their loved ones. One happy customer, Elnora McCracken from Florida, shared with me, "I just love this formula. I think on my toes, I can recall names, and I have extra energy. I'm even learning Spanish to get to know my neighbor." Thank you, Dr. Shelton. Another customer, Margie Zambrana, age 67, shared the following. "Before using Brain C-13, I was having difficulty remembering things. But after trying it, I experienced results overnight. I felt like my old self again. My mind was clear. I had sharper focus, and I was calmer and happier." And Evelyn Shira, age 73, who said, "I've had some memory issues, but with Brain C-13 I can really feel the difference. Now my memory is clearer and I can express myself better." And Robert Anderson, age 61, who said, "At 61 years old, I'm willing to try anything to support my memory. After taking Brain C-13, I noticed improvements in both my memory and alertness. It's also easier to recall names, and I've noticed more energy." Brain C-13 fits the Zenith Lab's vision of health, solutions found in nature and backed by solid research. That's why the first and primary ingredient is acetylcholine. But like I mentioned, there's one key problem: poor absorption. Regular acetylcholine has a tough time getting absorbed from your bloodstream into your brain. We solved that by including the premium version of acetylcholine called Cognizin. Cognizin is a league above other forms of this nutrient. For starters, it's the most researched form of acetylcholine in the world. In fact, with over 50 full medical studies done on Cognizin, not just on acetylcholine, but on Cognizin specifically, it may be one of the most researched nutrients in the world. Now, that's not to say that Cognizin is the only acetylcholine that can help, but it is the only acetylcholine with this long track record of helping zap mental fog and boost memory. And it's because Cognizin easily penetrates the blood-brain barrier. Where other versions can have trouble actually crossing from your bloodstream and into your brain, the Journal of Natural Medicine reported that Cognizin has a 90% bioavailability. That is, 90% of it gets absorbed from your bloodstream into your brain, so you can rebuild your mental power lines and give your brain the energy it needs to clearly record and recall memories. Not to mention help your mental focus, quick thinking, and happy, relaxed mood. And as you're no longer forgetting simple things, you'll feel a stronger connection with your loved ones. You'll understand how you can help them. And as you have deep, meaningful conversations, you'll feel the respect that they still have for you. But even with this powerful nutrient, we weren't satisfied yet. We knew that Brain C-13 could do even more for you. So we designed a complete formula to give even stronger results. It's built around the foundation of Cognizin acetylcholine. Then we pair that with Huperzine A. Huperzine A is an extract from Chinese club moss. It works alongside acetylcholine to support your acetylcholine levels. Scientists at Southern Illinois University showed how Huperzine A increased acetylcholine levels 220%. It started working just 60 minutes after taking it. So adding Huperzine A to Brain C-13 gives you extra power in repairing your mental power lines. You'll get far stronger and faster results than taking acetylcholine by itself. To say the least, we were excited about this new blend of nutrients. Hardly anyone else in the health world was even talking about your mental power lines, because the research is so new. But we'd discovered a blend of nutrients that can rebuild them and send energy back to the memory centers of your brain, so you can share memories with your grandchildren and also remember where you set down the remote. Not to mention, rebuilt mental power lines will help you think sharp as a tack, learn new skills, and be full of good mood energy all day long. Cognizant Citicoline and Huperzine A could make changes in people's lives like nothing we'd seen before. Even still, we decided that Brain C-13 could do even more. You may have heard how antioxidants can fight inflammation and boost blood flow to help your memory, mental energy, and cognitive ability. And it's true, to a point. The thing is, by themselves, antioxidants can only do so much. If your metal power lines are still down, there's not much effect from increasing blood flow. But when you're already repairing your metal power lines, then you can feel a real boost from antioxidants. So the final part of Brain C-13 is our antioxidant blend. Gotu kola, an herb with dozens of medical studies showing how it strengthens memory. Rosemary leaf, which has been used in traditional medicine for centuries to help mental awareness. Rhodiola rosea, a plant from Siberia that's been shown to boost focus, energy, and mood. Bacopa, an herb in Indian medicine. It helps with learning skills, even new languages. Ginkgo, a well-known herb that's been shown over and over to help memory and mental clarity. Turmeric root, another well-known herb that boosts blood flow to the brain. DMAE, which is shown to help men and women with stress, irritability, and boost day-to-day motivation. Plus 4 more antioxidants. That rounded out the antioxidant blend and the Brain C-13 formula. We start with the world's first ingredient blend designed to repair your mental power lines, Zeranus Citicoline and Huperzine A. Then we include our doctor-designed antioxidant blend to increase blood flow and lower inflammation. Brain C-13 gathers the most powerful mental nutrients used by gray-haired Wall Street traders to outperform their younger co-workers. And they're not the only ones anymore. Elementary school teachers near retirement age are now using these nutrients to keep up with their hyperactive classrooms. Military officers approaching their golden years often use these nutrients to stay sharp and intelligently conduct our nation's defense. Silicon Valley executives use these nutrients to stay on top of their billion-dollar businesses. And now, regular folks everywhere are using it to take control of their brain and memory health and escape from the frustrating lack of solutions from mainstream medicine. If you've tried other memory and brain solutions in the past and have felt let down, then Brain C-13 is good news. Where those other solutions simply toss in more raw materials, like tossing car parts into a broken-down engine, Brain C-13 helps repair your mental power lines so energy can travel freely through your brain. Key centers of your brain get the energy they need to record and recall memories and to stay sharp and focused. And that's because of Brain C-13's unique formula, found in nature and backed by cutting-edge research. No other solution for memory and cognitive health has achieved anything like the dramatic results that I've seen in my patients. Just ask Truly V, age 79, who said, "Since I started using Brain C-13, I am thinking more clearly. My memory is better. I even went to the store and forgot my grocery list, but I found I didn't need it. I remembered everything. That was amazing to me. Not only did it help my memory, but I had more energy also." Or Fermine Bernasconi, age 86, who wrote to say, "Taking Brain C-13 is a wonderful experience. I realized the really good effects after I had finished it because after several days of not using it, I realized how good I had been feeling. Luckily, my next order arrived quickly." Or Diane Lynch, age 83, from California, who told me, "Prior to finding Brain C-13, my health was physically good, but mentally just fair. My head felt cloudy and I was thinking slowly. I wanted to think more clearly and remember things better. For several weeks now, my head has felt clear. No more having trouble focusing." And Leonid Katsarnoff, age 58, who said, "I've been taking Brain C-13 for 3 weeks and both my focus and concentration has improved." All these stories of change and confidence are why I truly believe so many men and women can benefit from Brain C-13. They saw the research from MIT, Boston University, Harvard, and other top clinics around the world. They saw how gray-haired Wall Street traders are using these nutrients to rebuild their mental power lines and outthink their younger co-workers. And they found themselves in a similar position to you right now, wondering, how do I get my own supply of Brain C-13 right away? And also, how much should I take each day for best results? Now, I've seen Brain C-13 help so many people, so I wish it were easy to produce and send out. But the cold truth is, it's tough to keep our stockroom shelves full. And there's 3 reasons why. Number 1 is simple. Brain C-13 is one of Zenith Labs' most popular health supplements. Most customers buy 3 to 6 bottles at a time, then they come back a few months later and do it again. So we're always sending out orders that are filled to the brim. The second reason it's difficult to keep our stockroom full is because we put Brain C-13 through extensive quality control tests. Brain C-13 is made in the USA, guaranteed pure and certified non-GMO. We gather all our raw materials from reliable sources where we've personally visited their facility and built rock-solid relationships. The raw ingredients are combined in a facility that's been certified for good manufacturing practices and is regularly audited by the FDA. We regularly test for purity and for any potential traces of microbials, pathogens, pesticides, or preservatives. And if we find any problems, we scrap the batch and start over. We believe you deserve the best, so going the extra mile is worth it to us. But that means any slowdown in our strict processes can lead to our stockrooms going dry. And the third reason why it's often difficult to claim your own supply of Brain C-13 is that these premium nutrients are in high demand. While their impact on your metal power lines is a recent discovery, these nutrients get snatched up by other industries. For example, citicoline was already being used by pharma companies to help with everything from bipolar to lazy eye. Or there's huperzine A, which comes from an herb called Chinese club moss, which has been used as a traditional remedy for forgetfulness, fever, and swelling. In fact, natural recipe blogs even include this herb on salads and sandwiches. So when Zenith Labs arrived on the scene to use citicoline and huperzine A to support your metal power lines, we found an already bustling market for these nutrients' other uses. That means our suppliers are always at risk of running out. We only work with premium producers, so we're at their mercy. If they run out because all these other industries placed big orders before we could, then we have to wait until they restock to make our next batch of Brain C-13. So unfortunately, it's common for us to run out, and then have to wait for our delicate farm-to-bottle process to slowly restart. It's entirely possible for returning customers to have to wait months to reorder. But if you see the checkout button below, that means right now we at least have a temporary supply. And with all that being said, we want you to once again be confident in your memory, your focus, and your mental sharpness. When you can say goodbye to memory slips, brain fog, and low energy, you get your whole life back. You can really be there for your loved ones. It's fantastic to see men and women like you reach that goal every day. It's why we do what we do here at Zenith Labs. We want to help you repair your mental power lines. And it's so simple to do. But our stocks of Brain C-13 can and do run out, especially with how much our farmers and manufacturers struggle to keep up with the extreme demand for these nutrients. Now obviously, the simple law of supply and demand says that because these nutrients are so popular and so tricky to get your hands on, the price should be high to match that low supply and high demand. And normally, Brain C-13 would be one of Zenith Labs' pricier products, with the regular retail value being $79 per bottle. That regular price makes sense, especially when you consider how much easier Brain C-13 fits into your life than other memory and cognitive health solutions. While you technically can support your brain health by completely overhauling your diet, your lifestyle, and becoming a health fanatic, that's just not practical or even optimal. Or you could shell out hundreds of dollars on the latest brain training gimmicks which aren't backed by the same level of peer-reviewed science as Brain C-13. Even other cognitive health supplements can't live up to Brain C-13 since they're missing many of the key ingredients such as citicoline and huperzine A that make Brain C-13 so effective. Or you could try buying all of the Brain C-13 ingredients separately, but that would be a total of $244.65. In fact, if you look at these prices, you'll notice that most of these ingredients cost between $15 and $30, and that's just for one of Brain C-13's 13 ingredients. So when you consider all that, $79 for Brain C-13 is really a good deal. Plus, there's the impact to daily life that money can't buy. Like a sharper mind to easily follow conversations and even learn new skills. A keen memory so you never forget a name or face. Enjoying a longer attention span. Increased focus, concentration, and clarity. Less mental fatigue and better learning capabilities. and boosted confidence that you've got a fun, happy future ahead of you. When you consider all this together, the low price of $79 is practically a free gift. Even still, you won't pay anywhere close to that for a 1-month supply of Brain C-13 today. Because like I shared earlier, I've seen how forgetfulness, brain fog, and a lack of focus can lead to embarrassing moments, make others look down on you, and even weaken your relationship with loved ones. So I want to help as many people as possible. That's our whole philosophy here at Zenith Labs. Which is why when you order right now, you can get your own Brain C-13 at a steep discount. Take a look below at the discount we're offering for a 1-bottle, 30-day supply. As you can see, that's over 25% off the normal value of $79. But let's talk about an even better price. I understand that most people want to enjoy the benefits of Brain C-13 for years to come, and the hard truth is, our supplies are very limited. So I completely understand that they want to stock up on a full 6-month supply. And that's why the Zenith Labs team has designed a steeply discounted bundle plan, where you can stock up to save on a complete 6-month supply of Brain C-13 while saving over 40% off the retail value. That's nearly $200 off. Again, that 6-month discount you see below is for 6 bottles of Brain C-13. This chance to pay less than 35% of the retail value is only being offered through this website. And on top of that, Zenith Labs is covering 100% of the cost for shipping and handling, which is a $15 to $20 value depending on where you live. But both the discount and the free shipping are only for a limited time, and only while our stocks last. Plus, your purchase includes the Zenith Labs Satisfaction Guarantee. You should feel confident about any health decision. So here at Zenith Labs, we'd like to help you feel sure and content in claiming your complete supply of Brain C-13. With any order, you get our guarantee. We're 100% confident that we offer the most powerful cognitive health product on the planet. That's why we give you 6 months to try it and decide. Either you're fully satisfied and head over heels thrilled with how much faster you can think, how clear your head is, and how crystal clear your memory is, or you can simply contact us via phone or email, and we'll refund you 100% of your purchase price, no questions asked. Our contact details will be on the packaging. Even if you've opened all your bottles and used up all the product, we'll still refund you. It doesn't matter if you ordered 1 bottle or 6, so there's no reason not to claim your full 6-month supply discount. It's yours free for that entire 6 months. Either you love Brain C-13 for the entire time you're using it, or you get your money back. It's that simple. So click below right now to claim whichever supply of Brain C-13 is right for you. That second question from before, how much Brain C-13 should I take each day? Just take 3 capsules each morning. But here's the vital part. Make sure to take it every day for at least 30 days. Try not to miss even a single day in that first month. While the benefits start to work on a molecular level from day 1, remember the study that showed results after just 60 minutes? The longer you use Brain C-13, the stronger results you'll enjoy. The more time you'll have for your mental power lines to be repaired and send energy back to the centers of your brain that control memory, focus, and clear thinking. Just ask Kenneth Healy, age 65 from South Carolina, who said, "I've been frustrated because I've had trouble remembering things, such as where I set my coffee cup down. However, for the past 3 months I've been taking Brain C-13 and I actually have a memory and can find my coffee cup in the morning. Taking this supplement has also made me calmer and more confident." Or Charlene Higginson, age 65, who said, "I was beginning to have a lot of brain fog and inability to focus on things. I've tried a lot of other supplements for brain fog and they didn't work, but with Brain C-13, my memory and focus have improved." And Pamela Lee, age 62, who said, "I was beginning to have problems finding words, and as a secretary who answers the phone all day, this was really embarrassing. I started dreading conversations and feared I wouldn't be able to find the right words to speak. I was doubtful Brain C-13 was going to work, but after trying it, I'm now able to communicate so much better. I've also noticed an improvement in my ability to recall names." Also keep in mind that those studies from Spain and Italy you saw earlier tested results after 4 to 8 weeks. And the other studies we discussed about huperzine A and citicoline tested results after supplementation for several months. So while many studies showed the quick results, these other studies showed that those results keep growing over time. After all, we're not talking about a magical brain elixir. We're just talking about supporting your levels of acetylcholine to rebuild your metal power lines. And once these metal power lines start getting repaired, you can see many results quickly, and then feel stronger and stronger results with each passing week. So it's vital that you take Brain C-13 for a minimum of 30 days. That's why I personally recommend that you claim at least a 3-month supply of Brain C-13. Or if you're very determined to restore a much sharper mind, claim the complete 6-month supply. A single bottle of Brain C-13 will begin rebuilding your metal power lines, helping you strengthen your memory and clear away brain fog. 3 bottles will rebuild almost 100% of your metal power lines, while helping you to restore your youthful memory and bring back your quick wit and clear head. And 6 bottles of Brain C-13 will ensure that your metal power lines stay sturdy and active for decades to come, building a lifetime power grid to transfer energy throughout your brain. So choose which supply is best for your personal situation, then click below. Once you do, you'll be redirected to a 100% secure and encrypted checkout page, where you'll fill out a simple order form. And then, by the end of the day, your supply of Brain C-13 will be getting packaged and ready for shipment, and then be on your doorstep in the next 7 to 10 business days. In the grand scheme of things, claiming your supply of Brain C-13 is a small investment, just like it's a small investment to plant a garden in the spring, or to change your car's oil, or to have a regular checkup with your doctor. Small choices now can bring wonderful results in the coming months, years, and even decades. I've noticed that what sets successful, happy people apart is that they make decisions that help them avoid future problems, and that help them enjoy a healthy, successful, everyday life. When you decide today to start rebuilding your metal power lines, you'll avoid the frustration and loss of independence that can come from an aging brain. What we find is that most people who decide on the 1-month supply are interested in just getting on the path to better brain health. Those who choose the 3-month supply want to make sure they can keep taking Brain C-13 without interruption. And those who decide on the 6-month supply, they want to invest in a lifetime improvement to their metal power lines to achieve a stronger memory, a sharper mind, and to enjoy a happier and more confident life for tomorrow, next month, and many years to come. So go ahead and click below to claim your supply of Brain C-13 right now while we still have it in stock. And watch as the boost to your cognitive health extends throughout your mind and body, and then to every corner of your life, from your work to friendships to the respect you get from everyone around you. Now, if you're still deciding on the amount you want to claim right now, I understand. The fact that you're carefully considering this decision tells me a lot about your character. Not only are you serious about your health and happiness, but you're responsible enough to want to be absolutely sure that you make the right choice for your situation. I've already shown you the dozens of medical studies that back up this new discovery about your metal power lines. And you've heard from the happy men and women who saw this presentation and then claimed their own supply of Brain C-13. I'm talking about people like Marilyn Pittman, age 74 from Texas, who said, "I was having a hard time remembering everything, even menial things. Since I started taking Brain C-13, it seems like I am much sharper. I have better recall and a better memory of everything." And Clara, age 59, who told me, "Without Brain C-13, I was in a bit of a fog with my thinking. Since I started taking it, I can see better. Yes, even my eyesight. My mood is better too." The only way for you to rebuild your metal power lines like Marilyn and Clara, or like the gray-haired Wall Street traders who are outworking their younger co-workers, is to try Brain C-13 for yourself. Like I said, you won't have to worry about whether you made the right decision because you'll have a full 6 months to test it out. See for yourself that Brain C-13 really can change your life. Click below right now to claim your supply. Making this investment in yourself is something you can be proud of. Men and women who join the Zenith Labs family are a special group who don't sit around and take whatever life throws at them. They don't put up with memory slips or brain fog just because someone says it's part of getting older. And because they care about themselves enough to act, members of the Zenith Labs family enjoy health, success, and independence no matter their age. I'd love for you to try Brain C-13 and join us. And since you've shown your commitment to yourself by sticking with me through this presentation, I believe you'll fit right in. Remember, this isn't any sort of monthly program, just a one-time purchase. You'll only be charged once for whichever amount you decide on today. You never have to worry about us charging you again, so you can be confident that you're making the smart choice today by claiming your supply of Brain C-13. Now, I want to be frank with you. Please don't be offended. I'm only saying this because I want to see you healthy, happy, and confident. But it's time to step forward and make your decision. And I'm asking you as a personal favor, please don't ignore everything we've just discussed. Imagine what that would be like if you turned your back and walked away right now. You'll be stuck exactly where you've been lately. Those embarrassing memory slips, names, appointments, where you left your keys, they only keep getting worse. That's when your friends and family will start to notice you're not as sharp as you used to be. And as much as they love you, they may even start making offhanded jokes about your forgetfulness behind your back. In the back of your mind, you'll start worrying more and more about further mental decline and how it could strip you of your independence. There's no escaping it. With your slowing brain and foggy memory, you'll feel like you're aging faster and faster. You'll go out less and less, until your entire daily routine is just puttering between the kitchen and your easy chair. I don't want you to end up sad, timid, and worried that the prime of your life is over, or that your declining mind will never again be able to have a deep personal connection with your loved ones. I don't want you to change your mind down the road, think about this presentation, and wished you'd taken action. I don't want you to regret that you decided against such a simple small investment in yourself, an investment with huge rewards. So please, take charge of your health and happiness. Click below to claim your complete supply of Brain C-13 and start your journey. When you do, you'll be taking your first step toward a better life. I want you to picture that life now. I mean it, try to really imagine. Each morning when your feet hit the floor, you're energized and excited for the day, because your mind feels sharp as a tack as you get your work done, or playfully chat with your friends or family. Wouldn't you love to enjoy those deep connections with your loved ones? Wouldn't you love to wipe the slate clean and have your brain feel like it did in your 20s and 30s, when you felt full of vim and vigor and just downright unstoppable? You've gained a lot of wisdom since your early years, so now it's time to use that wisdom to rebuild your mental power lines. Right now is the perfect time to take life into your own hands. Start ridding yourself of memory slips, poor focus, and brain fog. With Brain C-13, you'll go from walking around in a cloud of mental fog to soaking up information like a dry sponge by naturally teaching your brain to remember again. And honestly, that's what life is all about, isn't it? Feeling your best every single day. In life, most of the time, you don't get second chances. And right now, poor mental focus and low energy might be forcing you to miss out on some of the happiest, most fulfilling parts of life. That's why I'm asking you to try Brain C-13. Because you don't have to roll over and accept cognitive decline. You're still the clever, happy person you've always been. And you can't let decayed mental power lines change that. So one more time, I'll invite you to click below to claim your supply of Brain C-13. There's no risk since with Zenith Labs' open bottle guarantee, you've got 6 full months to test it out for yourself and either love the results or get a 100% refund. But try it now, because remember, our supplies stay low since our premium citicoline and huperzine A are in such high demand. I recommend choosing the 3 or 6 month supply to stock up. Brain C-13 is the only done-for-you natural method to rebuild your mental power lines. Where the rest of the health world is still tossing in raw materials, crossing their fingers that something will help your memory or brain fog, Zenith Labs has taken these cutting-edge discoveries and created the world's first nutritional supplement designed to rebuild your mental power lines. Click below right now to claim your supply of Brain C-13. And take the first step towards a memory you're confident in, and the type of careful, clear thinking that keeps you happy and helps you spread happiness to your loved ones. I'm Dr. Ryan Shelton, and I want to say thank you for sticking with me through this presentation. If you're still here, that tells me two things. One, you're committed to your health and happiness, and two, you still have a few questions. It's okay to have questions, I'm glad you do, so I can help you feel perfectly comfortable trying out Brain C-13 for yourself. Here's the answers to a few of the most common questions we hear. What if I'm not happy? Can I get my money back? Absolutely. If you are not satisfied, we'll gladly give you a full refund. Simply contact our support team and we'll refund you 100%. We won't even ask you to return anything. That's how confident we are you'll be satisfied. How do I know Brain C-13 is pure and safe? Each of the ingredients is rigorously tested for purity and to ensure against toxins and contaminants. Our manufacturing facility is regularly audited by the FDA for safety and purity. We also focus on primarily using natural ingredients, which your body already knows how to use, and which gently, naturally support your health. How do I take Brain C-13? We suggest taking it right after breakfast or lunch so you can experience concentration and focus all day. It's important to take it after a meal on a full stomach, so the nutrients can properly absorb into your body. All you need to do is swallow 2 small capsules once a day, and that's it. Each bottle comes with enough capsules for a 30-day supply. How long should I take it before seeing noticeable results? Most people begin to notice results within 7 to 10 days. However, those results will continue to get stronger the longer you take it. We suggest at least 60 days. This will give your body enough time to cycle all the nutrients through your system several times, allowing your neurons and brain cells to start repairing themselves. I've tried other brain formulas in the past which didn't work. How do I know this is different? We only work with the best clinically tested ingredients available. Plus, no other formula comes close to matching the same quantity of brain-stimulating ingredients as we do. Plus, we never skimp on dosing. What you see on our label is exactly what you're getting. And of course, you're either 100% satisfied or we'll refund you 100%. If you're still wondering whether Brain C-13 is right for you, then the best advice I can give you is to try it for yourself. With our no questions asked money-back guarantee, you have 6 months to see if you like it. If you decide you want your money back, simply contact us for a full refund. So you can try it out with zero risk. You've got nothing to lose and a faster, more powerful brain to gain. One final customer story before I let you go. Lynn McElfish, age 60 from New Jersey, said, "Before Brain C-13, I had memory problems that got me down. I tried other products, but they did nothing. Since taking Brain C-13, I can function at work better. I would recommend this." Now please decide which amount is right for you, then click below. And let's take the first step to boosting your brain to get back your young, happy, mentally active self. I'll see you on the next page.